Hey guys, it's JMA. So, picked up another 3D printer. I got another FolgerTech 2020 i3, and it's pretty beat up. I bought this for probably about, I'd probably say $80 under the regular price, but it's kind of already fully assembled, but kind of poorly. I've already gone through and fixed the edges here, and there's an edge up there that I fixed. And then some other things. I got to reposition the bracket. I've already done this one here. And this one's completely off, as you can see. So I need to pull this out and fix all this. But the main thing that I wanted to kind of go over, and plus I need to fix the bed, broken during shipping. So unfortunately that's another part I'm going to have to print out on my good working printer. But the ultimate story for this one is I want to make it into an 18 by 18 printer. So currently it's an 8 by 8. And what I'll be doing is buying some 2020 aluminum that'll be 10 inches longer each way, and we'll be upgrading the printer. So that'll be the first part, is buying the 2020. I'm going to be printing a few things on this, kind of getting it tweaked in or properly calibrated, and print some parts for my BB-8 and some other projects that I got going on. So, but anyway, so kind of wanted to go over some of this stuff. This is really horrible. I can tell this is ABS. It peeled up off the bed, and it's rounded. If you look at my other one, it's not like that at all. I might just end up reprinting a lot of these pieces because this is cracked here. It looks like it was super glued here. Now, the eBay seller that I bought this from, I can't really hate on him because he ended up giving me 3 rolls of plastic, so that kind of makes up for it in the end. But as I said, I'm going to have to print the holders for this, for the bearings, and some other parts. One of the things that I got to do right now is this gantry up top is a little bit too far close to each other, and I'm going to go ahead and spread this out a little bit. At least try to. There we go. That about does it. So I just need a little bit of pressure taken off of this because it was holding this bracket up here together. So anyways, so this is a small update on this. I'll be giving you guys more updates on the second 3D printer and the upgrades that I'll be doing to it. But just kind of want to give you an initial show of what I got and what needs to be done. So if you guys have any questions about this new 3D printer build, leave them in the comment section down below. As always, guys, like, subscribe, and share. As always, do your thing. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, it's JMA. So I'm back with this 3D printer that I bought off eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly take the print bit apart here. And I'm going to grab a container that I can throw these parts into. Just give me 1 second here. So, as you can hear in the background there, I've got the 3D printer printing out more parts right there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm printing out some new bearing holders, and I'm printing out some more, another belt tensioner for the bottom, or belt keeper. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw these parts in here for now. Go ahead and undo this one here. As you can see, this is completely off the track. So, as I said in an earlier video, my plan with this is actually to buy some more 2020 aluminum, build a bigger frame, and I'm planning on getting an 18-inch heated bed. Now, what I'll have to do with that is I'll have to end up getting another power supply, because the power supply for this printer that pushes this bed isn't quite powerful enough. So I think I need a 360 watt power supply, and I think this is only 240, I think, but I could be totally wrong on that. So, alright. So that's the first part I've got off. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay this aside for now. Put all my parts in this little jar. So I'm going to lay that back there. So you can see right here, the linear bearing is not attached to the bed. Not cool. But, so, let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clip these and then attach the bed. These are not tight at all. In fact, nothing really is tight on this thing at all. The frame was tweaked. There was a section down here that ended up being not flush. The back end I kind of tweaked out a little bit and made it a little better. So that's the first part of it. You can see it got broken parts all over the place. The prints look like they're about 10% infill, and they're not all that great looking. Let me see if that'll focus. Probably won't. Anyway, so what happened on Transit, or even before that, was that the belt holders broke. I could technically reuse these here, but the prints look so horrible that I'm just going to start a print by myself over here and just get it done. So my next step is to go ahead and remove these, and then wait about 2 hours for my parcel over there to print out. I gotta go meet my wife in a little bit, so we're gonna go have dinner and do some other things. So by the time I get back, I should be able to get all that stuff together. So this is the first part of the repair. That's just to get this done. Now I'm thinking about doing an extra bearing in here, just because the stability on these beds isn't all that great, because you're running off of 3 points, and it is triangular here, so that does work sort of, but the main issue is that the stepper motor in the back here is in the way. And there's a few different things that I can do. There's if you go into the Thingiverse, there's a few different brackets that you can attach to the bottom of this plate here that will make it wider. Therefore, you're not worried about the stepper motor back here hitting. So as I said, I'm going to go ahead and remove these. I'm not going to bore you with the boring details of taking this off, and then I'll be back in a little bit. So I just kind of wanted to point out how horrible these prints are for these parts. I'm guessing this is probably an earlier version or something, but like there's not even any continuity between the top and the side pieces there. They're glued in certain spots, ABS welded or glued. See that shiny spot right there? Yeah, that was either glued or... Surprised it made it past QA. I'm guessing this is probably an earlier version of it. So I'll have to go through the whole printer, but that one has the glue on it as well. So that one's glued. So there's some other ones. So I may actually have to end up reprinting all the parts, just because I'm not too happy with the condition of these. It looks like they would break pretty easy too. At least they're printed the right way. Anyways, so just wanted to show that. So I'm kind of glad I'm replacing these parts. So next I'll probably do the carriages, the extruder carriage, and then go on from there. So anyways, just want to give you a small update on that. Those are horrible. Alright guys, the heated bed's back on now. I can automatically tell that these are not parallel, because it's easier back there, and then it starts getting harder as you push it more forward. So if you don't have a smooth moving bed on your 3D printer, you're going to end up with issues with it trying to pull too much or push too much, and you'll end up with some pretty bad looking prints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my micrometer or my calipers, and just out of curiosity, I'm going to go ahead and measure these. I'm going to zero this thing out, and I'm going to go from the edge of there to just about the edge of this. This is just a rough reading, because this is obviously okay. So we're looking at 96.5, and we're going to go to the other side, and I can tell you right now, well, that's pretty close. Just by eyeballing it, let's see, 97.1. So I'm going to have to move this one over a little bit. Now the biggest thing that I can see right now is the center bearing for the belt system. Obviously there's a huge gap in between here. It's like 32, and then obviously this is 10. So there's some issues there. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly where its dead center is. I ended up doing that with my other printer. I measured this whole thing out, this whole front beam, divided by the center, and then started measuring from that. And that was pretty much the easiest way to do the quote-unquote dead reckoning for where the parts needed to go. So that'll be my next thing, is to tune these and to make it more proper, because obviously they're not, as you can clearly see. So the prints from what I saw when I purchased this on eBay weren't all that great. It did print, I could see that. But beyond that, not all that great. So I'm gonna have to do some more adjustments and stuff. These sort of things, not having proper spacing and other things, is what will keep a 3D printer from not operating or functioning properly. Now, I can kind of see maybe possibly that stepper motor needs to be moved over, so the axis of this meets up with that, which it sort of does. But in the instructions, it needs to be dead center, which means that this needs to be moved further over. If you look at mine, it's set up like that. This is almost clearly touching the rail here, and it needs to be moved over a little bit. So I'm going to do some more looking around on this thing, try and figure out what I can do. But for now, guys, that's pretty much about it. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I've got to go upstairs and get some sleep because it's been a long day. And oh, just out of so if you look at that coupler should be clearly up further, because you get more clearance, kind of like that, and that's not. So there's some small minor adjustments and tweaks I got to make to this printer to make it more dialed in. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching me and me fixing this printer. Hopefully this helps you guys out if you're trying to build your own printer, or if you have a FolgerTech and it's not working right. I'm getting some pretty awesome prints off my printer nowadays. It took roughly about 4 months of tweaking and a lot of the calipers, measuring prints. I did some test cubes and some adjustments to the G code and some other things. So, but I'll be covering that later when I start finishing the build on this one. Alright, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, and share. It always lets me know that you guys enjoy these videos. And as always, guys, do your thing. Thanks for watching.